skin.
Mary Robinson's family has been farming on Prince Edward Island for more than 200 years. While some uncertainty is always to be expected, Canada's dispute with China is making life so much more difficult for farmers all across the country.
Any small business or larger business in Canada, and if you tell them they're really not going to know if they're going to make any money this year, and if they know there's great uncertainty in their business, yes, that has a direct impact on the mood.
The Prime Minister voiced those concerns directly to President Donald Trump today as the Americans host China for trade talks. A senior government source says during a phone call this afternoon, Justin Trudeau reminded Trump that Ottawa is being punished by Beijing for arresting a Chinese tech executive at the request of the U.S. Trudeau's main focus was on 2 Canadians arrested in China, highlighting the deplorable conditions of their detention.
We've made it very clear to the United States administration, if they do reach some kind of deal with China, that we expect, first of all, our 2 hostages to be freed, and then the Chinese to pull back on the pressure they're putting to us, particularly on our agri-food.
This former Canadian diplomat says investors will be the next casualty of any heightened trade war.
We continue to live in an unsettled world, and the stock market, as we saw today, will take a hit.
Canadian manufacturers were bracing for bad news as well.
If you are a Canadian company who has a supply chain interest in perhaps a product going in either direction, what would be the implications for you of a retaliatory tariff? Might your product potentially be priced out of the market?
Sources say Trump was receptive to Trudeau's pitch to keep Canadian concerns in mind. Phone calls between these 2 leaders typically are pleasant, but it certainly does not mean the president is going to do anything on Canada's behalf. Katie Simpson, CBC News, Ottawa.